Hi, Gabriel Kazan here, and I'm here to talk about purpose with you and why I want to hear from you. Um, if you get this, drop a comment in the thread, letting me know where you are in the world, because I'm curious. I'm in a small town called Nelson, BC, small city in the interior of so-called British Columbia, beautiful Canada, Western Canada. And purpose is important to me because I've been working as a therapist for the last few years. And from what I've seen in the transformations of my clients is there's trauma, of course. People come to therapists because they want to look at something, usually affecting their present life, and it's usually tied to something in the past. And so I have a toolkit for resolving those traumas in the past, whether it's mommy stuff, daddy stuff, or who knows, some other developmental trauma, or just the trauma of everyday life, especially in a Western civilization that we're in. But what I've discovered is that all the major ailments that people have and they're suffering from, such as depression, anxiety, panic attacks, existential crisis, or demoralization, usually the special sauce and the thing that helps people lift themselves out of that stuck place is purpose connection. And connection with purpose, because it's unique to who you are. Your purpose is why you're here. And not everyone responds to the call of purpose because we're not encouraged to, generally. How many of us are asked at some point in our life, who are you really? And why are you here? What gifts are you here to unpack and offer into the world? So those kind of pivotal questions about the deeper unlived life are the ones that I like to start with. And in my work, what I see is that when people orient to what that thing is that makes them come alive, that makes them feel alive, the thing that they love, and when they say yes to giving themselves more permission to stand in that which they love and say, I am enough with this, that's the thing that lifts people into their potency and power to create the freedom that they need in their life, in their love life, in relationships, or even in their career. It's the thing. And I love seeing people transform on purpose and come alive on purpose. So that's just what I wanted to say a few words about today, trauma, and how we need to go into deep time to track backwards into what happened in the past that is affecting the present. And when we can't change the past, what we can do is change the way the body holds the past. And that's the somatic piece of trauma release in the body, and making those shifts, because usually that thing that you're missing, that thing you want more of, is actually something that's inside you. And you just need to connect a few meridians, you need to connect a few neural pathways to remind yourself that you're worthy of making that claim, and taking that step and living your purpose, because it is scary, and it can be scary. And but one of the most recent definitions I have for self-mastery is when you can stand in the face of massive uncertainty and still stand your ground with peace. And that's what I want to see more of in the world, is activated people bringing their transformative purposes alive and making the impact and change that we need to make this world what we want it to be, more connected, more alive, and more in that deep time. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and drop a comment. Let me know where you're listening from, because I'm curious. Thanks for tuning in. Gabriel Kazan here, Alive on Purpose. And I want to say too, I am offering complimentary clarity calls on your purpose. And what that would look like is, on the call is we would talk about your purpose, and we would talk about what's in the way, what's stopping you from digging deeper into your courage and living your purpose. And we'll look at that, and I'll listen for what you're saying, and I'll also listen for what you haven't realized yet. And at some point we will then come up with a strategy for you and an action plan, a 3-step action plan for what you need to go forward in that. So thanks for tuning in. You can follow up through my website if you want to book a clarity call. I'd love to hear from you, and otherwise, have a great day, and power to you.